Time for another legal deep dive into another case that drew national attention. The Arizona rancher accused of shooting and killing a migrant last year. After more than 2 days of deliberation this past Monday, the case ended in a mistrial. The jury could not reach a verdict in the trial of George Kelly, who was facing second-degree murder charges. Prosecutors tried to prove he recklessly fired an AK-47 rifle toward a group of migrants that ended up killing 48-year-old Gabriel Quinn Budamea. That trial began on March 22nd and included jurors visiting Kelly's ranch near Nogales in Santa Cruz County. A status hearing is scheduled for next Monday. Criminal defense attorney Hector Diaz is back. Hector, are you surprised that this ended with a hung jury?
No, I'm not. Actually, I mean, I think this prosecutor, if they're going back into, their kind of deliberations now in terms of how to handle this, they're probably looking at this thinking, hey, this could have been the other way. It could have been a not guilty based on what, some of the jurors coming out and some of the information that is being reported that these jurors may have been 11-1 not guilty.
Right. It boiled down to that one juror
Who held out.
Yes.
Who held out and said, no, this person is guilty. So, I think there are a lot of factors here, at least in the reporting and the information. They didn't find the bullet that ultimately killed this individual. He had raised concerns of self-defense, that he was protecting his area, that there were shots fired at him. There was this other issue of maybe somebody else shot this individual and not him. So there were a lot of notable factors, and I think something that can't be lost also in this equation is where this trial occurred.
Yeah.
This is close to the border. You're going to have jurors that are very, very familiar with what's going on there at the border,
right,
and see these issues every day. And so that's something that the defense probably weaved in to their defense and in their opening statements and closing arguments. So yeah, it's interesting.
What was also interesting to me and notable was the fact that these jurors made the trek to George Kelly's ranch. That was interesting because I wondered, how often does that happen in a case when the jurors will physically go to the location? And do you think that that was a reason for this mistrial?
It factors in with the court's approval, right? The court has to approve this to allow the jury to get a sense of how this could have gone down.
Right.
The space, the area, the remoteness of it. It is. I mean, I think that this probably bode in the defendant's favor here when they got out there and were able to see and place themselves in that situation and imagine what was it like when this was going down for this individual.
Right, right. All right, Hector, thank you so much.